Hey everyone, good afternoon and happy whatever holiday this is today. I now am well aware that it's a holiday. I was not well aware at 5:45 this morning when I texted my son multiple times to tell him to put multiple layers of clothes on. I was being a good mom. I'm also being a good mom as I have my dog wrapped up in a baby carrier. Why? He has anxiety. He gets a little panicky, a little nervous, needs wrapped up, needs a little close comfort to make him feel okay. Try to be a good mom. It's hard. It's really hard. But you know what makes up for a good mom? For not being a good mom? Judge Dad. Judge Dad rocks it. Judge Dad always knows what to say and puts them in their place. Like, I could listen to Judge Dad talk like all day, every day, just like, oh, yes, that is what I'm talking about. Let's listen to Judge Dad. I love Judge Dad. I want to Judge Dad.
Judge, be out just a moment.
Thank you, sir.
Court is back in session. We're on YouTube already.
Against Travis Robbie Valentine, 22M127599A, B and C, and 22F239015A, B and C, and 21F236939A. And that's it. Go ahead, counsel.
Good morning, Your Honor. Michael Crawford representing Mr. Travis Valentine.
Mr. Valentine, your name?
Travis Valentine.
Where you been?
Messed up a little bit.
Counsel, let's talk about the arraignment on these. He's got the cases out of MSP 22M127599A, B, and C. For purposes of arraignment, he stand me wait for him reading.
Yes, Your Honor.
Not guilty, please. Then he's got, I'll come back and address bond, and I don't think he's going to like what I'm going to do. On 22F239015A and B and C, those are my cases, and as I understand it, he's going to plead guilty to no ops and responsible to no insurance with the understanding that the unregistered motor vehicle will be dismissed, right?
Correct, Your Honor.
So he's going to plead to the civil infraction, no insurance, a 0-pointer. He's going to plead to no ops, and then the drive without valid license and the no insurance will be dismissed. Do you understand that, Mr. Valentine?
Yes, sir.
Is that what you want to do?
Yes.
If you plead guilty, you'll be giving up. If you plead guilty to no ops, you're giving up. First of all, it's punishable by up to 100 fines, 90 days jail, costs, or all of those. Do you understand that?
Yes.
And the no insurance is a civil infraction only. Do you understand that?
Yes.
You're presumed innocent. They have to prove you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. You have the right to a trial by court or trial by jury. At that trial, you have the right to question their witnesses, to bring in your own witnesses, to use the subpoena powers of the court to bring in those witnesses. If you plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights and there will be no hearing or trial. Do you understand that?
Yes.
All right. To the charge, no valid operator's license on person. How do you plead?
Responsible?
No. No, operator's license on person is a misdemeanor. Guilty or not guilty?
Oh, guilty.
To the charge, no proof of insurance, responsible or not responsible?
Responsible?
Were you operating a motor vehicle December 14 of 22 at 6:49 p.m. on Walnut Creek Drive near Gibraltar and Flat Rock?
Yes.
Do you have a valid license with you on your person?
No, I do not.
Are you on probation or parole?
No.
Anybody force you to plead guilty?
No.
Please accept it to no ops. Please accept it to no insurance, no proof of insurance. The unregistered vehicle is dismissed, and the drive while license not valid is dismissed. I can take the other plea in front of in front of Judge Hessen
No problem, Your Honor.
if you plead to no ops on this other file 21F236-939. I'll dismiss the drive while unlicensed. Same possible penalties that I just enunciated. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do.
You understand all your rights?
Yes.
For the charge, no valid ops on person, how do you plead?
Responsible.
It's guilty or not guilty? It's a misdemeanor, sir.
Guilty.
Were you operating a motor vehicle on Gibraltar near Olmsted and Flat Rock, December 19 of 21 at 11:12 p.m.?
Yes.
Do you have a valid license with you on your person?
No.
Are you on probation or parole?
No. That
plea is accepted. The drive while unlicensed is dismissed. You know what I have a good mind to do, Mr. Valentine? You know what I have a real good mind to do?
Huh.
Set a high cash bond and set this for 5 months from now for sentencing. That's what I have a good mind to do. You think you can blow off a court like this? We send notice after notice. You just blow it off as though you're the emperor of the world or something? Is that what you think you should be able to do?
No, sir.
Well, that's what you've done. I'm not sure what I want to do here. Maybe I don't want a sentence. Maybe I want to set a 5,000 cash bond on each of these, set them for next July. They can take them up until he can post the bond, and then I'll sentence him then. Maybe that's what I should do.
Your Honor, they had the wrong.
Hang on, I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you.
Oh.
I was not addressing you. You know how many times you blew this court date off? What do? Egg our windows too when you drive by here? I mean, you just think you can just disrespect the court like this? Like you can't do anything to me?
No.
Let me just give you your history here. Let me give you your history here. Just so you and I understand one another. On this case in front of Judge Hessen, it's been going on for a year. You didn't show up in February of 22. That's after not showing up initially on the appearance ticket in January, so we issued a warrant. Somehow you were arraigned in June of 22. She gave you a personal bond. Her thanks was that in July of 22, you didn't show up. You then posted a bond in November by Flat Rock, and you didn't show up for your pretrial here. And then all the while, 2 days after that, you're arrested on these charges. You have warrants out of Allen Park, Detroit, Westland, and Detroit.
Your Honor, I was going through like a crisis because I lost my mom, and I just had another little girl 4 months ago. So like on top of my mom dying, and then I just had another baby. I was just a little, I wasn't all the way there. You know what I mean? I just made a mistake.
Listen, I'm sorry about your mom. I really am. Congratulations on your baby. Is this the way you're going to teach your child?
No, sir.
To show this kind of respect for authority? What do you mean? You didn't make a mistake. You've made multiple mistakes. You've blown off the court purposefully. This isn't like you had to decide between keeping a job, working somewhere, or showing up for a court date. Mr. Valentine, I don't go for this. I can't understand it. I can't relate to it. Just not the way I was raised.
That's not how I was raised either, Judge Dad. I just don't understand it either. I didn't get a trophy. Everyone didn't get a trophy. Actually, I did get trophies. I got all the trophies because, you know, if you didn't get a trophy, you got your ass beat. If you didn't bring home straight A's, you got your ass beat. That's what made you a better person. It's the problem with the world today. Nobody beats anybody's ass. If there was more ass beating in the world would be a better place. No, my dog's not dead, by the way. He's quite content. See? Yeah. Effed up. I know.
I don't understand why people would think that they can do this. Not once, not twice, repeatedly. And you wouldn't be here now if they didn't pick you up and keep you in jail.
They have the
So
wrong
no,
address.
it's not your turn to talk yet.
The teletype I got.
You work?
Yeah, I do side jobs right now, and I got an
Side
interview for
jobs.
FedEx. And I got an interview
How many
for FedEx.
side jobs? How many side jobs do you do? What kind of side jobs?
I fix cars, and I fixed cars, and I got an interview for FedEx.
Did you graduate high school?
No, sir.
I'm sending you back to Judge Hessen for your sentence on this 9015A. I'm sorry. On 21F 236939. So I don't know what I want to do. Do I want to set a bond on this? You live at 25612 Powers in what city?
That was Dearborn Heights, Your Honor, but I stay at 5338 South Gully.
What's your new address right now?
The one I'm right now is 5338 South Gully, Dearborn Heights, Michigan.
So I'm not gonna let you go back to Dearborn Heights without paying a lot of money on this.
Me and my wife, we stay at the Walnut Creek Apartments, 28613. But we're getting like evicted, so I was trying to have like, you know.
So you spent the night in jail, right, Sergeant?
Correct, Your Honor.
I don't know what to do with them. I'm being honest with you.
I won't mess up again.
No, you don't show up in court. You have a horrible habit of doing that. You're not going to break it. She gave you a break before. Quite candidly, she was nicer than I would have been. By giving you a personal bond with your history and you blowing it off. And then you post $600 and you blow it off again. So maybe I need to set 20,000, 10% on each one of these. And then you maybe still blow it off, but maybe you won't. I don't know what I'm going to do on this. So when I talk this long, it's typically because I don't know what to do. How old are you, Mr. Valentine?
I'm 25.
You're bringing kids into the world and you act like this. You're acting like you're 7. That's what you're doing. So I can't justify, I mean, here's my dilemma. He's not going to show up. He's clearly shown that he's not going to show up. I'm not going to just fine him and have him walk out of there and give him time to pay. And I'm not giving him a personal bond on the other case. I mean, that's where I am with it. So maybe we ought to just set a high bond and adjourn this a couple weeks. That's what I'm thinking.
Your Honor, with a high bond, maybe 2,000, 10%. I mean, that would be high for him. He's not working regularly. He's paying for 2 kids. At least give him an honest opportunity to try to raise the money.
Where'd you get the $600 at that you posted that you didn't care enough about to show up on the case?
I tried to call and they didn't have record of it, and they didn't even know I got bonded out, and they haven't even they didn't fix the warrant and stuff. So it was a mess. I worked for it. Like I was working on cars. I was changing alternators, spare tires. I was did everything I could so my kids could have a Christmas.
Don't worry about it. I'm gonna figure out a way in my own brain to be 1,000% more kind and respectful of you than you have been with the courts. That's what I'm gonna do. Because if I'm on the line with you, I'm setting a real high bond and I'm setting this for next November, and you don't want me to do that. And I wouldn't do that because I have some respect. Oh boy. Let me think of how I'm going to proceed here.
Your Honor, if it might help, my client was going to propose in terms of a payment arrangement, be able to pay $300 by December the 19th. Again, he's trying to work hard, come up with money, take care of it.
What am I supposed to do? Just release him? I mean, again, when he hasn't shown up this many times?
I won't mess up.
And by the way, I'm not even counting the 22 case that he missed a couple times. Right. I mean, really, I'm not being wise. I've done my venting. I've tried to make this young man understand that what he's doing is completely inappropriate. And I don't think I got through to him because he tells me, his history tells me he's done this and continues to do this.
I'll do a complete 360.
I'm sure. I've been told that before. About a nickel for every time somebody told me they were going to turn their life around, I'd be a multi-gazillionaire. These guys like Musk and Bezos would be asking me for money.
I was a truck driver last year, and I messed up my license. I'm trying to fix everything and get back on the road. I got my CDL when I was 21. I just made it. I won't make no more mistakes.
I know there's a lot of dead space in some of these clips, but I needed to leave them in there because it's very impactful. It reminds you of when your parents would sit there and just stare at you and not say anything and make you wait. Like, how long am I going to be grounded for? Like, what are they going to take away? Are they going to take away the car? Oh my God, are they going to take away the car? Are they going to take away my phone? Oh wait, I didn't have a phone. Yeah, I'm not old. And they just stare as they're thinking, and you just feel the intensity of it. That's what I feel with Judge Dad. Love it. Love it. I do that to my kids just to mess with them. Not really thinking about anything. I knew 10 minutes ago what I was going to do. I just want to mess with them. You know, just because I can.
I mean, he doesn't show up again the other day. I mean, just ridiculous. Why weren't you here on the 12th? Tell me what you were doing that was so important on the 12th that you couldn't come and appear in front of Judge Hessen.
Honestly, by the time I got the letter, it was like 2 days later, and it was too late. So I tried to call up there.
2 days later. 2 days later was the day of the 14th.
And I got the letter because they sent it to the wrong address.
What am I supposed to do with it? I mean, I can't just let him go again. Well, let's take care of these sentencings, and then I'll figure it out. What would you like to say?
Well, Your Honor, my client's already shared with the court. He's a young father. He's 25 years old. He's got a 2-year-old, and he's just been blessed with a 4-month-old, Your Honor. He knows he's made several mistakes here recently. He hasn't been responsible. He's just asking that the court take some understanding in terms of fines and costs. Doesn't have a lot of money, but he's got some big responsibilities. He needs to be able to be free and move about in the community so he can earn for himself and his family. So if the court could take that in mind in terms of fines and costs, and we're obviously hoping for no jail time, but we leave it to the court's discretion beyond that, Your Honor. Oh, I'm sorry, and I did want to be clear, in terms of paying whatever fines, he's prepared to get on a fairly aggressive payment plan. He was going to start with $300 down on whatever the fines are, because we know it'll be more than that, starting December the 19th. And he would pay regularly every 2 weeks after that. So, he's committed. He's trying to make a show through his financial commitment that he wants to resolve this and start the process of cleaning up his life.
Anything else, Mr. Valentine?
I'm gonna fix this one way or another.
Has he been cooperative with you guys, Sergeant?
Absolutely, Your Honor. No issues since he's been here.
In the case assigned to Judge Hessen, you forfeited a bond. I'm not reinstating that bond. 50 fines, 25 costs, 75 victims' rights, $50 justice assessment. So I'm going to go light on that. $200 or 60 days on that file. On the cases assigned to me, on the no insurance, that's file 9015C, $185. On the case, the no ops, file A, I'm going to fine you, but I do need to indicate, and I don't believe I indicated on that file, find the plea agreement. This All right, on the, I'm sorry, I marked up the wrong file. Give me 1 second. So I'm dismissing the unregistered vehicle, dismissing the no insurance, accepting your plea to no proof of insurance, and accepting your plea to no ops, dismissing the drive while license invalid. And on the no ops, I'm gonna assess fines in the amount of $100, cost $100, 75 victims' rights, $50 justice assessment. So it's 3 1/4 or 90 days on that, and 185 on the no insurance. So that's file 9015A. You owe 3 1/4. You owe 185 on file B. That's the no insurance, and the drive while unregistered vehicle is dismissed. So right now, you owe the court $200 on the Judge Hessen case, 5 1/4 on these 2 cases. I'm not giving you a personal bond yet again on this other case. I hope you can come up with some money. I really do.
I have no access.
Well, you really made a mistake on that then. Shh. Was this December 15th? It was never arraigned. You missed 5 cases. 5 times, at least, maybe 7.
Please,
I don't want to keep him in there for Christmas.
He doesn't want to be in there for Christmas. He'd like to be there with his children if he could.
I know I'm taking a lot of time here because I'm not sure what to do.
Well, I'm sure my client appreciates your thoughtfulness, Your Honor.
It's so frustrating watching people do this to themselves. Incredibly frustrating. On the Judge Hessen case, I'm going to let you pay $25 per week. I'm starting that beginning on January the 13th. This, on my case of no insurance, I'm going to let you pay $25 a week. Beginning January the 13th. That's on the no insurance. And then on the no ops, you pay $25 per week after fines and costs paid on the C file, on the B file. On the no proof, on the MSP case, I'll give you a personal bond, Mr. Valentine. Mr. Valentine, I have a very good memory. If you play this nonsense with me again, or us again, I promise you, you'll live to regret it. If you don't have the money to pay your fines when they become due, you tell us. You call the court, we'll go on Zoom. I'll be happy to give you multiple extensions.
all right.
I have no problem doing that. If that means that you can't pay until June, I'm okay with that. But if you continue to ignore us, you're going to have a real problem. I'm giving you your pretrial date, December 27th, in front of Judge Hessen. You have to show up on that date at 9:45. I'm letting you pay these 25 a week. That's 50 a week starting January 13th. I'm even going to let you start on January the 27th, Lisa. Are you out there,
She's
Lisa?
not out there.
Beginning January the 27th is when your payments will start. You have to be in front of Judge Hessen December 27th. Okay? Do we understand one another?
Yes.
You need to grow up, Mr. Valentine. Like pronto. You understand? Sergeant, thanks for listening. Good luck to you, Mr. Valentine. Thank you very much, Mr. Crawford.
Thank you, Your Honor.
So in terms
Yeah, this is what a good mom does. You sit here and try and work, but you have to hold both of them because they have to be together. But this one has to be close to you. That whole feel your heartbeat thing or some shit like that. I don't know. I want to win the lottery so I can hire someone to carry my dog around for me. Here, can you just hold my dog against your chest so he can feel your heartbeat? That would be nice. Man. In the meantime, kids, if anybody's watching this and you're like a teenager, you probably want to turn it off because you're probably not going to like it very much. Yeah, stay in school.
why aren't you trying in school?
I was trying my best.
Hang on. Please listen to me. You've had 19 unexcused absences since the beginning of school. Now, I want to tell you something. You've heard of Albert Einstein, right? Yep.
Yeah.
Albert Einstein couldn't pass if he had 19 unexcused absences from school. Couldn't make it. He couldn't make it. Couldn't do it. Nobody here is picking on anybody. Not doing it. We didn't care if you missed 19 or 190 days of school this year. Wouldn't really matter. Do you have any health issues?
No.
I haven't taken 19 sick days in 28 years yet. I don't know that I've taken half of that. And that includes medical procedures occasionally. You managed to do it in 3.5 months. Maybe you want to live with your mom the rest of your life. I don't know. You don't graduate high school, you're going to have to. And the natural progression of the life cycle typically results in parents dying before children. And frankly, that's the way the parents want it. Your mom looks very healthy. She's young. She might live until 2100. I don't know. I hope she does. At some point, you have to be an adult. You have to grow up. You have to fend for yourself. If you were 6, there'd be a way I could justify and rationalize this. You're not. Another few months, you could go fight in a war if you wanted to. And Lord knows we've got enough of them. You're an adult. Criminal justice system used to tell us that 17 was an adult, and the law has been changed in the last year and a half or 2 years. And now tells us that people don't get charged as adults until they're 18. As far as I'm concerned, you're an adult. Tell me something. What do you do when you stay home and you're not sick during the school day? I want to know. What do you do? Tell me.
Like after school?
No, you're not in school. You didn't go. You missed 19 times. You weren't sick. Tell me what you do during the day when all of your friends and your acquaintances are in school and you're supposed to be in school and you're not there. Tell me. I want to know. Maybe there's something that he and I and this young lady here in front of me can figure out. And maybe we'll find it easy to skip work. Tell me what you do. I want to know.
Nothing.
Nothing. What do you mean nothing? You're doing something. Are you laying in bed all day? You playing video games? You watching reruns of Leave It to Beaver? What are you doing? Tell me. I want to know.
Do you really want to know, though? Do you really, really, really want the answer to that question? Because I don't think you do. I really don't think you do. Parents sometimes have to rationalize, do we really want to know the answer to that question? Lots of times the answer is no. Parents are like lawyers. We need to know the answer to the question before we ask it. And when we don't know, and it has the potential to be one of those answers that's going to creep us out for the rest of our lives, you just don't ask it. You know it's something bad. Just go ahead and use your imagination. Assume the worst. And then it's probably worse than that. So just go with that. Don't ask. Judge Dad, come on. You're better than this. Don't ask.
And watching TV.
Watching TV. What kind of TV?
Like superhero movies.
Superhero movies. Superhero movies. Ma'am?
Yes.
I didn't want it to come to this.
I
The
know
prosecutor's asking me to enter a conviction because the compliance is not there.
I know he had dentist appointments and some doctor's appointments.
Those are not, wait a minute. Come on now. Come on. Don't, come on. I have doctor's appointments. I have dentist appointments. I don't skip work to go to a dentist appointment. There's other days he can do that. There's other times he can do that. There's days off from school when he can do that. Come on. You cannot enable him. Listen, I have 3 kids of my own. You're much older than he is, but I have 3 kids of my own, and nobody is going to convince me that parenting is easy. Nobody. I was tough on my kids, especially my boys. They turned out all right. I'm convinced they wouldn't have if I hadn't been tough on them.
Right.
Now I've got a prosecutor asking me to enter this conviction and not dismiss the case, subjecting you to further problems. I've often said to friends of mine on casual discussions, and I'm going to talk here. People are going to get tired of listening to me talk if they're listening to me on Zoom. Not my job to be my kid's friend when they're growing up.
Right.
I have enough friends. We never have too many friends. But it was never my desire to be my kid's friend. Not a. Let's not enable him. He needs to go to school. He needs to get a diploma. then he can get a job. Then he won't be living with you until he's 58 years old. If I'm missing something, tell me. I just don't understand this. I got to tell you, I don't understand this. I wrote in big letters, defendant's son to attend school with no, big letters, unexcused absences. Or at least a C average. Here's what his grades are. He's got an A in something. What's the A in? Nice and loud for me.
I don't even know.
You don't care enough to know. You don't care enough to know. A B plus. Those are the good news. C minus, D plus, E, E. You're not gonna get through school, son. You're not gonna get through school, and then you're gonna be lost, and you're gonna be mired in the criminal justice system. That's what I see every single day. Every single day. That's what I see. We don't graduate. We hang out with the wrong kids. We start doing drugs. We start drinking. And then we get to come in and see judges all the time. Go back in jails. End up in prison, some of them. Is that what you want?
No.
I want to know why you're not going to school. Do you think how many people do you, listen. You may not love school. I get it. The thing about life is we're asked to do things every single day that we don't want to do. I've been fortunate. I found a field, a profession that I love. I've counted my blessings for decades. But I worked hard. I went to school when I didn't want to. I studied when I didn't want to. I studied hard. When I was done studying hard, I studied harder. It's the way we get ahead. Because nobody out there, don't let anybody kid you. Don't let anybody kid you. None of us are that smart. We develop intelligence through hard work. That's what we do. I want to know why you're not going to school. I want to know there has to be some reason why you find it more endearing to sit home and watch superhero movies than to go learn something. Think about your future. Graduate high school, go out, get a job, try to make a living, try to put a roof over your head, pay for your car, your insurance, your gas, your food, your utilities. That's what we do. I mean, there are guys out there, listen, there are people out there that inherit a bunch of money. God bless them. I got news for you. Go read on lottery winners. Most of them end up absolutely, unequivocally miserable. Go read on it. You got a computer at home?
Yeah.
Good. Go Google it. Lottery winners. Fate of lottery winners. Google that. Because you can't feel good about yourself if somebody just gives you millions of dollars. Everybody thinks, oh, well, great. I got millions of dollars. I can go buy a house on Malibu Beach. Whatever. Ma'am. Why are you not making him go to school? Why are you not making him go to school? Why are you not taking away privileges from him?
I didn't think it was that many absences.
If you think there wasn't 19, I'll get somebody over from the school here. The probation department wrote it on the file. I'd fire them if they made up numbers. I would fire them. Union, no union, they wouldn't have a job here by 9/11, and it's 9:09 right now. Why are you not making them go to school? What possible good is coming of this?
Nothing.
Why are you not doing it? I mean, do I have to make you go pick up papers for 10 days on the side of the road, walking up and down, picking up papers on the court work program, go paint somewhere, go clean something? Do I have to make you do that to make you understand that this is what your function is as a parent?
No.
Well, you're forcing my hand. I think we had this discussion before. I really have to do this? You
No.
really going to make me get tough on something like this? And you. Well, your mom acquiesces in this because she doesn't want to say no is not the issue. Your mom is in a courthouse over something that you failed to do. Not once, but a bunch of times. Bunch of times. So these are things that make judges crazy, to be honest with you. Because this is something I just cannot understand. I mean, I don't understand a lot of what goes on here. Please don't misunderstand me. I don't understand people not working. I don't understand people getting in trouble all the time. I don't understand the anger. I don't understand the threats. I don't understand the weapons. I don't understand the assaults. I don't understand people drinking themselves into oblivion and then going out and driving. I don't understand a lot of what goes on in here. But this. Call the prosecutor. I'll call the prosecutor.
Prosecutor's room.
Mr. Hurley, can I see you in here on young Mr. or this is Christina Colon, please?
Come into court,
Yes,
Judge.
yes, sir, please.
Be right there.
Are you working, ma'am?
Yes,
Where do you work?
Okay.
for the county of Monroe.
What do you do there?
I'm a nurse assistant.
You're a nurse assistant.
Mhm.
You had to go to college for that, some type of schooling post high school. How many years?
A year and a half.
So how many hours do you work per week, if you don't mind me asking you?
Sometimes over 40.
While he's sitting home watching superhero movies, right? I just want to try to put this whole thing into perspective so I can somehow, some way, on my best day, in my 28 plus years here now, figure out a way to rationalize this and justify this. I don't get it. I cannot. That guy on the wall there, he was a Marine Corps major. Oh my gosh. If I'd have had 19 unexcused absences in a semester, he wouldn't have hit me. But I'll tell you what, I'd have been sitting in my room, not going out, not leaving, no TV, no cell phone, no computer, no nothing. I've been sitting here, Mr. Hurley, lecturing here, talking, just not lecturing. I don't want to call it lecturing. I want to talk about it in the light of just talking. Because he was in here before. 19 unexcused absences. How long you been a lawyer? I need your name first.
Michael Hurley on behalf of people of the City of Gibraltar.
How long you been a lawyer?
38 years.
How many times have you not shown up for work when you weren't sick?
Never. Never.
So why do people today, some people, this young man think that he can take off 19 days in 3 months?
That's just since September, since
I know.
the year started in September.
I guess it's been closer. Well, it was only, by the way, I don't know, this does not include the whole semester, I don't believe. This is just through December the 5th. So it's 3 months, September, October, November. If you want to count 5 days in December, feel free.
In this case, originally started from last year's school year.
I know.
Which was.
So what am I supposed to do?
Absences.
What am I supposed to do with this? I don't know what to do.
Well, I was just pointing out that it
Well,
she didn't meet the terms of the 771, so I don't think that she should get the benefit of that.
She's not going to.
So
Because I haven't heard anything.
I think the court would either extend the probation or put the mother in jail and let the son come visit her. Is this the son?
Yeah, I don't want to state his name though. I mean, we're on YouTube. He's 17. I don't want to do that.
It's a tough situation.
It is a tough situation, and I just must not be very persuasive up here. I must not be doing very well on these because I just don't understand this. I just do not understand this. I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, are people gonna, when you start, as you know, deciding you're not going to school, you better count on the government buying you a house, paying your utilities, paying for your car, paying for your insurance, paying for your food, paying for your gas, paying for your clothes.
It's a rough life.
Nothing easy about it, is there?
It's good work if you could get it, but you know, it's not likely that that's going to happen. And he's 17 now, this young man.
Yeah.
He's old enough he can withdraw from school with his mother's permission, but unless he's a genius, you're going to have a rough life, young man.
Well, I was just telling him another year he can go fight in a war. We got enough of them going on in this crazy world. Go fight in a world war, you know? What the heck? I know. And anybody's going to say the judge is picking on him. I'm not picking on him. And I just got done telling her, I was tough on my kids. I didn't want to be their friend. It wasn't my function to be my good friend. My boys especially, I was tough on them. They turned out well. If I was their friend, I'm not sure.
It's tough, you know. You raise kids. I've raised kids, and I look at the mother.
She's working as a nurse.
She can't be. My dad, like your dad, I wouldn't have been sitting in the house. But the mother can't deal with the young man that way.
I still need to know why you are not insisting that he go to school, ma'am. Why are you not insisting that he go to school? Can I ask you that?
I have.
He just won't do it? He just refuses to obey his mother?
No.
My mom's 87. She asked me to do something, I'll still do it. I still call people that I knew when I was a kid at 17, Mr. and Mrs. I know, those days are gone. You know what I want to do? But everybody think I was a crackpot. I'd like to make everybody that comes in here that I see like this go watch 200 reruns of Leave It to Beaver.
Of what?
Of Leave It to Beaver.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do. I really don't. You don't respect your mom, huh?
I do.
Well, you can't. If she's telling you to go to school, you're not respecting her by not going. You can't. You can't. You're going to school today. This was March 17 of 22. I'm going to make this easy. I'm not going through any process here. I'm not entering the conviction. Probation extended until March 17 of 23. New review hearing date. Lisa, last Gibraltar docket before March 17, please. Lisa, are you out there? I'm not hearing anything. Pardon?
She's going, it looks like she's moving jump, but we can't see her.
Just give me the do you have the docket calendar?
Yes.
March 16th, 8:30 in the morning. You're to comply with all terms and conditions of probation, which includes what I already told you. No unexcused absences. Attain at least a C average. Okay. Go down the hall, get your new date. I expect you to go to school today. School's open, right?
No.
No, it's
I
not.
start Monday.
I expect you to start there Monday. I expect a C average. We're going to monitor you. Ms. Cologne, make him go to school, please. Make him study a little bit. He needs to graduate high school. Lieutenant, will you take this down to the judicial clerk down there, please? Thank you. I wish you well. I really do. I'm not trying to hurt anybody here. You're working hard. Make him work hard. Right?
He's been struggling and we've been, we're in the process of getting him, tested and, for his classes and stuff and tutors.
See, here's the thing about it. I want you to understand. If somebody's struggling, that's one thing. But anybody's going to struggle if they don't go to school 19 days in 3 months. I mean, anybody is. If they sent me back to high school and I was taking senior classes and I missed 19 days, I wouldn't be doing that great. That's the thing. He's not trying. We need him to get through high school. He needs to get a diploma so he can get a job. What kind of classes do you have right now? Tell me the 6 classes that you have.
Chemistry, government.
Okay. Government, what'd you get in government?
I have a C+ right now.
Okay. Okay.
Junior English.
Junior English?
Yes.
Okay. What else?
Geometry, economics, and art.
I mean, they're not easy. They're not easy. We got to study. Take good notes. Take good notes. Write down everything the professor says. I'm going to let you in on a secret. Every professor, every teacher is confident enough in their abilities where they think they're teaching you the thing that is important. And guess what? When they teach you that, they're going to test you on that. So if you write everything down, pay attention, let's see you try. I want to see an effort. I want to see an effort. Please come back here so I can dismiss this on March 16th. Okay? Really? Let's see him try. Okay? Talk to the teachers. I can appreciate the fact. Are you a single mother, ma'am?
Yes.
I can appreciate the fact you don't have a lot of money to lay out probably to pay for tutors. I get that. See if the school can help you. See if the school can help him. But I'm telling you, nobody can miss 19 days and succeed. Good luck. I really wish you well. Just go down and get that notice, okay? All right, good luck. People against Bell.
In case you guys haven't noticed, I got like a hot mess going on behind me here. I just wanted to let you know that, as requested, I'm working on the and crafts portion of the channel. It's not going so well, but we're trying to have an and crafts at some point in time. So I'm and crafting behind me, and at some point in time we might have an and craft part. Yeah. But in the meantime, I've got some more Judge Dad. I love him.
Well, he came in today.
Well, I know, but why would he, what, like, if I had a seatbelt ticket, I would have etched in my blackboard of my mind the date and time that I'm supposed to be there. This is a felony.
That is understood, Your Honor. And I don't think that he takes this lightly at all.
Well, he has to if he can't remember a court date.
I did remember the court date. I never received the code thing that you get for the Zoom thing, because I was supposed to be on Zoom at 8:30, and I was on Zoom.
Call the court?
I tried calling the courts. I did not get a phone. I did not get an answer.
Who'd you call?
I called. It was I would have to look at my. Can I look at my phone?
Yeah. Of course, we get to bring phones in the courthouse now.
All types of freedoms, Your Honor.
Oh, we've gone absolutely from one extreme to the other.
No. Let's see, what was it I called? I can't. It was the 33rd district. It was a 3.
What's the phone number?
Yesterday.
Today's the 4th. Yesterday was the 3rd.
Yes.
Who'd you call?
I called this number here.
What number?
734-671-0306.
It does come across as 33rd.
It comes across as the 33rd District Court. That's the number that I.
Who'd you talk to?
I didn't talk to anybody. Nobody answered. Nobody's answering now.
They have voicemail.
There's nothing. They don't answer at all.
It
just
rings.
Keeps ringing.
I don't recognize that number.
I don't either.
It's the only number I had. I had another number, it was a 1855 number I got off of Google Maps, and that just had an option for making payments over the phone. And then I also came down here yesterday. I was here at noon.
And that's how he got today's date. He came in yesterday.
I did come in yesterday.
After he couldn't get through on Zoom.
Who'd you talk to yesterday?
The clerk, the court clerk.
What court clerk?
I don't know what her name was. I don't know what her name was.
I don't even think this is our number, is it?
I don't recognize it.
That's not a number that's listed on any paperwork, Judge.
Yes, I don't understand how that's the number I got. I got it from Amy. She's a social worker that I have.
It's not our number. Where does it say 33rd District Court at?
I think he might have programmed it himself.
No, I didn't program it. It just came up.
Go back to the number.
Go.
We understand that we no longer have those big yellow books where you could, spend 10 minutes trying to find a name in them. But there's this thing called the intrawebs, I think it's called, where you can, type a name in and you press that enter button on your phone or your computer, and it tells you all kinds of information, like phone numbers to courts. Yeah, it's pretty easy. Like 100-year-old people are like rocking it. I think you can handle it, dude.
So you live in Taylor?
Yes, sir.
At 8:30, you couldn't get on Zoom.
I was
right.
Correct.
Why didn't you just drive up here?
I didn't have a ride at the moment, and I was waiting for my social worker. She came and got me as soon as she could and brought me up here.
You know what I'm going to do one of these days? Just so you know, I'm not going to come in. I'm going to let everybody sit here. And I'm going to invite all the people that have done this for the last 29 years, and I'm going to let them sit out in the parking lot. It's ridiculous. It really is.
I'm going to expand upon Judge Dad's idea, and I'm not going to just put them in the parking lot. Let's just round up all the stupid people and put them on an island. like an island they can't escape from, like Lost, but without all that flashback stuff. And we'll just put them there. And like the 12 or so of us that are left in the world, we'll just live happily. Yeah, I'm good with that. You good with that? Oh, you'll be on the island. Never mind.
You been going to AA?
I've been to one meeting, sir. I
Okay, so
apologize.
December 20th, I told you to go to 4.
I did not
Yeah.
get released. I did not get released until after Christmas.
What day?
They released me on the 26th.
All right. So how many days have passed since then?
It's been a week, sir.
It's been 8 days. You've gone once.
And I know I should have been, you wanted me to go, I believe it's 4.
You're not taking this serious.
I am taking it serious, sir. I'm not gonna lie to you. I really, when I first got out, I
Let me tell you
forgot
something
about the AA
Let
thing.
me tell you something. You forgot about the AA.
I just wasn't thinking
Forgot about
about
your
it.
court date. Forgot about AA. And you've gone once, and you expect me to believe that you're taking this seriously.
I am taking it serious.
Let me tell you something. Social worker, you're the social worker. You can explain this to him. I can only go by, at least when I'm sitting here listening to somebody taking it seriously, telling me that they're taking it seriously, I can only go by actions. So we have somebody who's missed a court date and has gone to AA once. And I know we're supposed to say, no problem, it's okay. I'm not one of those that's going to say that. You do this again, you come here without proof that you've been going 4 times a week, I'm going to revoke your bond. I'm going to set a high bond. Do we understand one? Do we understand one?
Yes, sir.
I gave you a personal bond to begin with. That was obviously a mistake. I don't see, look, I'm gonna end up giving you a personal bond here, so I don't want you to sweat it. But I'm telling you right now, if you don't start taking this a lot more seriously than you've shown me so far, you're gonna have a big problem.
Yes, sir.
Hey, everyone. Thanks for stopping by. We're gonna go. Who the hell knows? But Penny says hi. Ziggy says, I don't know. What do anxious dogs say? Yep. I appreciate your business. And leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Those of you who haven't already subscribed, please do so. I have quite a variety of content, and I am downloading more every day. See y'all soon.